After a Victoria, Australia man found a 12-pound gold nugget this week, I decided to look into possibly joining the hunt. Decided I'd stick around here for a while, but there are a lot of people who do hunt gold in Australia. Check them out.
Hi, I'm Rita. This short film will show you about 21st century prospecting in Victoria. It'll show you what we do, how we do it, and you'll meet some people along the way. So please sit back, relax and enjoy.
It's hard to describe what drives people to look for gold.
Everyone dreams of finding a large nugget of gold, and you'll never ever wreck that dream.
When you find a target, you get a bit of an adrenaline rush.
Run the detector over again, it was getting very loud.
You think now, is it a little one, a big one, or is it just a piece of junk?
I thought, this is a 50-ouncer for sure.
Even the smallest piece, it's very satisfying.
And 2 hours later we come up with that. Now isn't that a great thing? 876 ounces of beauty.
I've been prospecting about 5 or 6 years now. Been all through, well, a lot of New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, West Australia and Victoria, of course. Over the years, I reckon I've found about 4 or 5, 6 pieces. It doesn't amount to much, maybe $60 on today's value, but it's just the thrill of the find, really, whether it's big, small or otherwise.
The seg5 club is a gold prospecting club where I come here with my husband and spend a lot of time in the bush enjoying the bird life and the wildlife. seg5 club is a club we started about 31 years ago, and we are 200 members. The idea is to come and find some gold, of course, but to enjoying the countryside and the bush life.
In Victoria, the prospector will need a miner's right, which gives the holder the right to prospect for gold and minerals in Victoria, whether they use a metal detector or a gold pan.
The regulations as far as prospecting is concerned is basically no mechanical means are to be used on the miner's right.
The holder of a miner's right is required to refill the hole, not remove or damage shrubs or trees, and to leave the area how they found it.
There is a code of ethics that the Prospectors and Miners Association have. One of the main ones is to take your rubbish with you, backfill all your holes, and take all the junk you find, take with you and dispose of it properly. In other words, just leave the environment the way you find it.
In a sense, when you jump the club, you get the books of rules, and that outline how they have to behave when they come to the bush. We got an etiquette in our club, and we all stick to the etiquette. We all have our portable toilet, our own electricity. We take home all our rubbish. We make sure when you leave the place, it's all nice, clean and tidy. You won't know we've been there. We want to respect the bush, and we want to be allowed to come back.
I would say that most, 99% of prospectors go out there and they certainly don't damage the books. They don't drive their cars over trees and things like that. They just go and park somewhere off the track and go and do their detecting. If they camp out in the bush, you wouldn't know they've been there after a day or two. So I don't see that we have any impact on the bush whatsoever.
We do find everything you can think of. Of course, unfortunately, a lot of lead.
When I find a bit of junk, whether it's a button, a tack or a piece of steel or whatever, put it in my pocket, and I've got a jar in the car that I put all the rubbish in and take it home and dispose of it.
If you find lead in the bush, in detecting, you have to make sure you take it with you, because when you come back next month you won't find it again. It's very frustrating to find the same piece of bullet all the time. It is cleaning the bush, really, cleaning the bush from rubbish.
The towns like Denali, Tarnagullen, Malayagal, Inglewood, Wedderburn all rely on gold prospectors. Gold prospectors spend the money on fuel, food, motels, caravan parks. It is essential income for all these small towns. They rely on the gold prospectors.
This area in central Victoria has the largest series of nuggets that have ever been found in recorded history anyway. So it's always this dream of finding a large nugget that gets people to this particular part of Victoria.
Because all the small towns like Maryborough are based from gold, and they sit all on very rich leads, without prospectors looking for gold, some of those towns would be almost ghost towns today.
Well, the local communities, they're not booming by any means. Without the prospectors, they'd be probably in dire straits.
The tourist dollar is very important to this town. I manage a restaurant, cafe in Denali on the goldfields. 50 years ago this would have been thriving, definitely, with the goldfields and all the people coming here for that. It's extremely important for the tourist dollar to be spent in this town. Extremely important.
If you're spending a weekend or so, you may well probably buy fuel, you may buy some drinks in the local towns, try and support them, or you may stay in the caravan park there. But we try and support the local communities where we can.
We've been in the park for 16 years this year. By far the biggest single group who come here through autumn, winter, spring are related to the prospecting game in some way or another. It really is quite a large thing for us.
The social side for me is very important because I like mixing with people.
The majority of the prospectors are retired people who want to enjoy the outdoors and maybe find a little bit of gold.
It's not a strenuous exercise by any means, but you walk around, it's exercise. It's out in the open and fresh air and that, and it's good for you, I think.
Getting out and having a hunt for gold is certainly a very good, sedate, if you like, reasonable occupation for a person of my age, and I'm 70. It's great, it keeps us active, it keeps us moving, and I think that for anyone who's retired even, or not retired, it's certainly a great hobby to carry on with. Because you do get rewards of the physical exercise, you get rewards from sometimes you find a nugget, and that's a big thrill, keeps the old ticker going.
No, you don't go and think of you making a fortune. No, it's just the fun of it.
I just do it as a hobby. Other than other hobbies I have, I like to go prospecting, get out in the bush. I can't see myself giving it away, because if I go on holiday, I'm not going to sit around and read a book. I'd like to get out and do a bit.
I had a very good friend who was 82 or something, and he was still going out enjoying it. Loved it. Absolutely. His wife used to say to him, what happens if you die out there? Well, if I die, I'm dead. That's it. I've enjoyed myself. And that's what he said to her. Exactly what he said. And why not?
Going to the club, yes, it made me a millionaire in happiness and health. But of course, otherwise in money, forget about it. It's just good fun.
That was vastly different to the 1850s, wasn't it? Now, if your role involves making decisions on land use in relation to prospecting, can I ask that you remember what you've seen today and the people that you've met? And if you've got any questions at all, or indeed you've been bitten by the gold bug, please do get in touch. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Hi, this is Chad Everson. You are watching Oompa Loompa Cafe with Rick Osmond, and this is Temerity Magazine. Temerity Magazine brings you relic and treasure hunters from across the world 2 times a day, Monday through Friday, right here. Hey, we want to thank all the viewers in Indiana and all across the world that are tuning in live and through on demand. Your support means the world to us, and hey, why not join us right on the hunt, a relic and treasure hunter, or in the pages of Temerity Magazine. Our submission deadline is January 20th, and our next issue will be out February 1st. Please join us. Let's get on the hunt and get a little grizzly.
Well, good day everyone, CNQ Explorers again. Well, the fire's definitely made a difference. What I was hoping to find was a camp area that I had previously not discovered. I've been through this area, but the grass was just undetectable. You could barely walk through it. And then when the fire comes through and you see things like this, there's electrical insulators from the lighting system. And I dug a couple of 303 holes over there. That's always a great indicator. Here's some more electrical insulators. And over where I've got the detector sitting, there's a penny just laying on top of the ground, a sunbaker. So this is definitely a camp area. Once you start getting the coins and you find the 303 holes, well, you know you're in the right area. So I'll just show you this coin. There she is there. I just caught that by eye. I didn't even run the detector over it. Sitting on top of the ground there. The fire's been over it, but it's had no effect on it by the look of it. This is pretty much just a grass fire here. It's not terribly ferocious in heat. Hasn't affected the coin. I'll clean that and we'll get a date. I'd say that's going to be a 43 or a 44 kangaroo. Good one. So I've got quite a bit of an area to scout here now. There I found the coin and the hole casing, so this could be another camp. There's that penny. There was the sunbaker. I think it's a 44. I can't quite read it. I'll have to magnify it when I get back to camp, and I'll subtitle that date. Once again, yeah, that was the upside, the obverse that the fire went across. So it's not affected at all by the fire. It'll polish up nicely. Okay, on we go. I just found the remains of an old enamel mug on the surface, so I'm definitely in a camp or tent area, and that signal there sounds great, so I'll go live on this one. I think it's going to be very deep. Might be the small end of a drum bung, but it's indicating a coin size object, so it could be a coin or a buckle. She's out already. Don't see anything coming out. I'm in a low tone there now, but it could be sitting at an angle. We'll see. In this back part here. Could be a little webbing buckle. No, it jumps up pretty high, it's not too bad. Once again, a bit painful without the probe pointer. That's a handle off a razor. There you go. Handle off a safety razor. Okay, well this is definitely a personnel area. Good.
Hi there. My name's Jed Dodd. I'm a metal detective from the UK. And I'm here to tell you Temerity rules. Okay?
Get a little grizzly.